Hey everyone, it's me, Pasha and Bogat again. And here's another lesson that I wanted to teach you guys. And it's really about being nonchalant or not worrying about the circumstances. Um, this is very important because when we do our magic spells, like for example, with myself, I'm gonna use this example that I've experienced in my path. I remember there was a time when I lost my job and I lost everything as far as income, friends, and just a whole entire life. That's 3 years that I've spent at a job that was just everything to me. Um, but yet I was practicing being nonchalant, not to worry about the situation. Now you're probably figuring out why is that. Well, being the fact that you're on my channel and you probably heard me say it before, but I'll say it one more time just for repetition. But it's because Satan himself had actually was the causality of it, and he came to me at that particular time in that interview to let me know that everything is okay, that he's just aligning me to my manifestation, and I knew better. And the reason being is that that's just how magic works, especially the spell that I've done about 4 or 5 years ago, where if you do a really big spell like I have when it comes to prosperity, what ends up happening is that Satan has to, or your patron has to rearrange things in your life in order for favorable circumstances. So, in other words, being at the job, knowing the people that I was being acquainted with, they wasn't so bad. You know how it is. It's like it's not the people, but it's the job. And even though I hated my job a lot, I still manifested that. If you think about it, because I didn't want to be there. But then on top of that, what ended up happening was that Satan helped me to appreciate that. Hey, look, I'm doing this for you. If you really want to think of it that way, because that's what he done for me. And imagine what it would be like if I didn't practice nonchalant or not to worry about things like that. And mind you, this is Satan came. He came to me, and um he helped me to appreciate that. Um, and what I mean by what he helped me to appreciate is being nonchalant itself. And prior to that example about me losing my job, there was another point that I wanted to bring out where it was in the beginning of my journey where I thought that I was going to receive my um, manifestation a lot more sooner. But of course, I didn't know what I knew now at that point, because like most people that come into the left hand path, I just thought that I was gonna win the lottery, and I just asked Satan for it, and I ended up not receiving it because obviously we know that daemons do that at this point. If you're paying attention to my lessons and to the videos that I've been uploading, about do daemons lie, you would know the answer to that particular question. But of course, I'm not gonna say it here. But you could go check that out after you're done watching this. But I've learned, and that was one of the first times um, I really picked up on the energy of Satan to just be calm about the situation. It may be the end of the world to me at that particular time because I was highly emotional, and I really couldn't take a lot of the left hand path at that point because it can be very very difficult, and that's why a lot of people shy away from it because it's not for everybody. And I've learned, you have to be nonchalant. You can't be that individual that is so worried about the destruction of, that black mirror right in front of you, and Satan wants you to do some shadow work, or he does it himself on you, and it's just going to hurt. There's no way around it. But it's only those that can really handle it that really stay longer, and it's just one of those things where I think of people who were at these forums at the time that I used to visit. You know, they would type up the most saddest situations that you could even think about, and they would talk about how they daemon did this, they had a bad experience with that, and I'm leaving the left hand path. Magic is not real, and I can't believe this backfired on me, and this, that, and the third. And mind you, to be quite honest, I was one of them. I'm serious. I was one of them. But the big difference between myself and everyone else, not that I'm better than them, but I was better off, well, because I chose to stay, because not only is this a passion of mine, but I wanted to see it to the very end, so I didn't want to give up despite the pain that I was going through. But you know what? You still want to be that individual that makes a practice of what we're talking about. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna close this video and I'm gonna make another one right after, because these particular lessons, they're about 10 minutes. This one's going to be a little bit shorter because these lessons are very important to me, because these 5 to 6 lessons, I think it's 6, they were very important lessons that Satan had to teach me at a very particular, peculiar time. And that only meant that Satan really wanted me to learn something. And I'm going to put them in videos, and I'm going to make sure that as I do with all my videos, as you may see, I don't edit them. I make sure that you friends hear them. You get it raw, because you know that it's coming from a good source right here from my heart. And just make sure that you follow the advice, supplement your worship, and make sure that also you subscribe to this channel. And if you want to, please also click that like button as well. Thank you so much. I love you all, and stay tuned for our next video. See ya, bud.